Hello everybody, it's Mr. Cooper here. I hope you have all had a wonderful half-term break, a nice week relaxing and spending some time together, hopefully as a family. Welcome back to the second part of this term. As we move towards spring break, we're now 1 week in with 4 weeks left before spring break, so a very short term with lots of exciting activities planned for the coming weeks. And today I just wanted to spend a little bit of time to talk to you about those events. So in a couple of weeks we'll be having our FS and Primary Parents Evening, one of the key events of the year. This will be our second Parents Evening, an opportunity to really get an understanding of exactly what progress your child is making and has made over the past term and a half, and what next steps and targets your students have, or our students have and your children have for the coming term and moving towards into term 3 to really make sure that they're on track to meet their personal targets and goals. And so please make sure you register and book an appointment. The letter and the link for that is on D6. In resources, if you go down to parent letters, there is a letter there with a link that will allow you to book appointments with both your child's class teacher and your child's specialist teachers. For FS parents, please make sure you've also downloaded and logged onto the Seesaw app, where you'll see pictures of what your child has been doing practically in those lessons, and it will give you a real great idea of the progress that your child's making before you go into those meetings, so you can start to ask questions and be more informed and have more purposeful conversations in those parent-teacher meetings. For our primary parents, of course, Ladders at Home, our Learning Ladders application, please make sure you've logged on, and those have been updated over these coming weeks so that you've got a real clear picture of exactly what your child has completed in terms of learning objectives and what they're still working on, so that when you go into those parent meetings, you already have a really great understanding of what your child's been doing, so you can really have a personalised conversation with your class teacher. So please make sure you access either Seesaw in FS or Learning Ladders and Ladders at Home in primary. In terms of events, we've had some fantastic kind of topic events happening over this week and the week just before half term. So I know our Year 6s had Victorian Day, we had a Roman Day in Year 4, and just yesterday we had our Egyptian Day in Year 3. And I know we've got more coming very, very shortly. So lots of exciting events for children to really immerse themselves in their learning, particularly in their connected curriculum. And the reason why I'm sat in this room today is I would like you to introduce to you our newly developed Robotics Room. It wasn't just an ICT room. The GEMS and the company and the school have invested in developing this as a robotics room. So you can see behind me some of the technologies that are available now for teachers and students to access. So over the next few weeks, you will see students starting to use a whole range of technologies, and I thought I'd just introduce you to a few of them. So our younger students, we have our little robot here. He's a Cubo, and you can program these and use these in your connected curriculum lessons to learn about coding, programming, problem solving, but also about direction and movement. So there's a lot of application in terms of our STEAM learning, in terms of mathematics, science and technology, all integrated together for our youngest students that will be using these type of robots. We also have our Spheros, which are more kind of advanced programmable robots. They're kind of robotic spheres. They have LED screens that children can use to code and program with and coordinate them to do lots of different things. And again, students will have been and will continue to start developing their coding, programming, problem solving skills using this type of technology. We also have for our oldest students our hydraulic arms. Now these are a bit bigger, so just give me a second. You can see some of these behind you, but these hydraulic arms are actually used in car factories in a much larger scale. They've been shrunk down to make them much more child friendly, and they have different connections at the front. So we have an air suction cup here, we also have a claw, we have a pen grip, and a whole range of different tools in terms of a camera as well, that children again will program, start to understand things like automated intelligence and start to really get to grips with this type of technology and apply it to their learning. So I know our Year 5 and 6s are currently looking at using this type of technology over the coming weeks and months. And we also have 3D printers. 10 of these in school at the moment, and so our students will get to grips with 3D printing and start to experience that as well. And we also have these fantastic cubes, which is all to do with augmented reality. Now, augmented reality sounds very fancy, but basically if you put this cube in front of an iPad in the camera, as I'm doing now, and you turn the application on the iPad, this cube will turn into a whole range of digital resources, including things like human eyeballs, human skulls, dinosaurs, Stonehenge, various historical artifacts. So I know, for example, yesterday in our year 3, our year 3s were using these cubes to look at ancient Egyptian artifacts, something that they wouldn't normally be able to get their hands on, but due to modern technology and the innovative approaches that we've invested in, children can actually hold real-life Egyptian artifacts using these augmented reality cubes. So lots of different technology opportunities for our students to enhance learning and to really make learning relevant and exciting for our students. So I'm really looking forward to seeing that starting to roll out over the coming weeks and months. In terms of well-being, as you may already be aware, our commitment to well-being is kind of coming together in the shape of us achieving a well-being award, and we're very close to gaining that accreditation. As part of that, obviously, to continue to improve what we do in terms of well-being, both for staff, students and parents, it's really good to get an idea of what people's viewpoints on what we do well in terms of well-being and what we can do even more to make well-being a real priority at the Academy. There are 2 surveys on D6 that we please request you to complete. They're very short. One is the KHDA Wellbeing Survey, which provides KHDA and the Academy with the idea of what parents' viewpoints on our wellbeing initiatives are, and then our personal wellbeing survey, which goes directly into this accreditation. It really gathers information on what we do as an academy and what we can do even better in the future. So please spend a short amount of time completing both of those surveys. It will really help us improve what we do here. In terms of next week, we have World Book Day coming up. So our students are being requested to come in dressed as one of their book characters. It's going to be fantastic to see all the students bringing to life their favourite book characters and really immersing themselves in stories and narratives and celebrating books and stories from across the world. So it's really going to be another great event, as it is every year. Lots of fantastic opportunities for the students next Thursday. And so please check D6 for the full details on that. In March, it's also going to be Nutrition Month, so we're going to be celebrating healthy eating, really raising the profile of what it means to have a balanced diet, and really raise the profile of that. So we're going to be rewarding students for their healthy lunch boxes. We're going to have healthy lunch representatives in each class to really promote that as well, and really make it a positive experience for all the students in terms of raising the awareness of healthy eating and having a balanced diet. And then the final thing for me is a really exciting opportunity for our oldest primary students, our Year 5 and Year 6s. We've partnered up with the London Academy of Music and Dramatic Arts, and we will be delivering some courses for students who wish to take part that leads to a qualification and a certification for our children. This is both for Year 5 and Year 6s and some of our younger secondary students. And the coaching and the tuition for that will be delivered by our A-level and secondary performing arts teachers. If you are interested in that and your child completing this course and completing and gaining some kind of certificate and accreditation through the London Academy of Music and Dramatic Arts, then please go to D6. There's a letter there. I know the deadline for registration is coming up quite quickly, so please get onto D6 and check the letters area in resources, and you'll be provided with full details on how you can sign your child up for that fantastic opportunity. I think we've already got 16 students signed up in primary already, so a real fantastic opportunity for children to gain a qualification and accreditation for various performing arts skills and disciplines. So a busy half term. We've got 5 weeks to squeeze a lot of things in, but it's really going to be an exciting half term. World Book Day is one of my favourite days. I'm really excited about the new opportunities that our robotics room and resources will present to our students. Really looking forward to moving forward with the KHDA wellbeing surveys and gaining that information to really make wellbeing even more of a priority in the school. And so I will leave you with all that information to digest. Please go to D6 for full details on all of this. Please read my newsletter as well, where I'll recap over these things for you to refer back to. Have a really great weekend, and I really look forward to the students joining us back on Sunday for some really exciting opportunities. Have a really great weekend. Bye-bye, everybody.